Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Total War Rome 2 in our Empire Divided Palmyra series. So normally jumping back into a series like this, and I'm really excited to be back to this because we left off at one hell of a cliffhanger with this battle. This is the largest army that our enemies have in this particular region, near Carthage in particular, and we don't have as many men as they do, but we have a more advanced army than they do. And they do have a fairly strong general. This is a 3-star general, Tiberius Caecetius Marcellus, but we have our own Servius Attius Malleolus, and we want to try and take these guys on. Normally what I would do, though, in a return to a campaign like this is take a second, get my bearings, look at the territory, look at my armies, really kind of remind myself where we are. Can't do that because we're in the middle of this quick save. So I'm going to go ahead and fight this battle and see how this goes, but this could be an interesting play for sure. I am fairly confident, though, that given especially the amount of cavalry I have, I should be able to head off whatever they can throw my way. Let's go ahead and start deployment with it being dry. Now, what have we got here as far as terrain? We can only see one of their units from where we are right now. You know, I think what I may try and do, let me get all of my units down here or so. I can set up some axes formations. I haven't done this in a while. Let's go ahead and do simplex. Yeah. Create simplex axes and automatically keeps them in formation, which is pretty nice. Those have my missile infantry up front, so they would run back once they started getting attacked. But we're also going to do something a little bit different with these axes, in that we're going to make them true classical axes. No. There we go. Ah, damn, I can't actually move them individually. I could do that. So, yeah, let's do that. And then we'll do that. So that's a true axis formation, in that now any enemies that charge in that break against this formation would have to break into this center area, and that could actually end up being pretty painful for them. I'm going to use, in order to lower the enemy morale, I'm going to use Flaming Shot. And let's also, we've got some Shot Cav, I think. Yep, we do. Let's go ahead and make them Team 3. And they're going to be back here. And what I want to try and do, I'm looking at this hill. It's not much of a hill, but if I can get over there and then use the hill in my favor, once I'm there, then that could be pretty damn useful. It seems like I can actually do another axis formation with my general here, or I could put my general dead center. That actually seems like an even better idea. So let's move him over here. Move you over here.
Yes, Commander! Commander!
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then we'll have, all I need to do now is get my archers a little bit more centered. There we go. Alright, so now let's make a formation group with those units. And then we'll have these guys just hang back. Those are my non-shot cav. Now, should I have these cavalry all together or separate? Maybe flanking cavalry? So I have a team. Maybe I'll have the shot cav be team 2. You guys will be team 3. We'll have you flank back here. And you guys will be team 4. And the shot cav actually need to sit back a little bit. There we go. Okay, now the objective again will be to, let's start the battle, and let's see if we can get the enemy to face us like kind of here, and then see if we can orient ourselves to where we go up the hill before the battle starts. So, actually tell you what, let's make a formation group out of all you guys for now, and I'll redo some selection groups in a bit. And I'm going to give the order, let's see, where's the hill at its best? Right about there is where I would like to fight it. So let's see if we can get to about here without pissing them off too much, because I think that's roughly where they are. And then we need to just march normal speed. Let's bring the shot cav around here, attract their attention, kind of make them face this direction. Alright, so it seems like they might already be trying to get the hill. Oh, look at you, clever AI. Yeah, they're already going for the high ground, which is smart as a defensive position. So I might have to actually come up the hill before I engage them. Yeah, they're definitely doing that. No, actually what they're doing is they're just orienting themselves based on where I'm marching. So let's change position. No, you guys don't need to run. Just... yeah, there we go. Frustrating. Yeah, I really was hoping to see if I could march over and get that terrain to be more in my favor. Let's not have them moving too quickly, though. Alright, so, interestingly, I have my shot cav all the way back here. I might even be able to get them in the woods and have the enemy forget they're there. Now, ideally, I probably need to try and use the shot cav on that general. Where is the general? There he is. Alright. Let's go back to speed 1. Well, no, let's go to speed 3 while these last infantry are getting in position. But it seems like, yeah, there's a little bit of a hill working slightly in their favor, so we might need to orient ourselves even slightly more this direction in order to really play it safe. Before we march in. A lot of dancing going on right now. No shots fired yet, though. And I do have them running at the moment, so I'm going to need to get them to stop for a second before the battle starts, because they are winded. But that's fine. We've got it on speed 3, so that will take plenty. That won't take long at all. Fresh. Should be fresh again in a second. Active, 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 yeah. Alright. Yeah, they should be all pretty fresh. Alright, speed 1. Let's now have a look at where we need to send our troops. I think what I'll do is position them like so. I'm going to have you march, normal speed. And then you are using flaming shots. That'll reduce the morale of these enemy units. Alright, the lines had to kind of orient themselves to the new direction I was telling them to march, and now they should be moving at a more normal speed, maybe? Seems like a slow march. Maybe I've just had it on speed 3 so long that it seems slow. But meanwhile, my shot cav are hidden back here for the most part, except for one. It's not quite fully hidden. Now they're fully hidden. So if I can just have the enemy forget that they're here. Alright, that's the spot we're marching to. I could even change that a little bit. I could have them march here. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, their general has his back turned. This is an Evocati. Oh, wow. Yeah, heavily armored Evocati cohort. So, attacking the cities of this particular legion might be particularly difficult.
Ready.
Kind of a leisurely march these guys are going on, but it's okay. This is our general's unit, so they're very nicely armored as well. Alright, so the cavalry can help protect the flanks. They have one cavalry unit that I need to take care of at some point, but I'm not particularly worried. That's a medium melee cavalry unit. Should be okay, I think. That's the range on my archers. By the time they get into position, I think from there they'll be able to fire. So the thing is, they're set to skirmish at the moment, so what's going to happen is they're going to probably get some shots off. The enemy's going to be either charging in after that point, or maybe even already charging before that. So then they're going to step back behind the line and have to keep firing. I'll have to do a little bit of micro as well to make sure they don't fire into my own units. What was that? I guess maybe just me getting in range, or possibly... Are they in range? No, they're not. They're not getting ready to fire. I wonder why that horn blew. So they have a little bit of a terrain advantage. We are still fighting uphill slightly against them. They did a good job of taking the terrain. What we're pretty much gonna have to do is maybe charge forward. I don't want to have to do that. I'd rather have them crash into my lines, but at least I've got my cavalry in the back and these guys ready to flank. Let's go to speed 3 because this march is taking its sweet time. Okay, so they have fired some shots. These are just javeliners. They're not archers. Slingers and skirmishers and... yeah. Mercenary Numidian javelinmen. So far, lost 1 archer and that's it. Alright, so... flaming shots are... underway. The battle has begun. Actually, hang on. Let me pause for a second because we can do a little bit more with this. I just have to give them the order to move forward slightly. Not that far. Not that close. This can be challenging when you've got these units out on the side like this. That's pretty good, I think. I'm going to have them run forward into these new positions. This will give them a little bit more range from an archery perspective on their front lines, particularly on their ranged units. They've taken out a few of my archers, but yeah, there we go. Now we're seeing a little bit more damage dealing capability. Actually, if I move up even farther, like to there, I don't know if I want to move that far. If I move to like there, yep, let's do that. I might be able to start hitting some of their rear lines. I'm really surprised they're not charging yet. They're really letting me just stand and shoot. So far, though, it's just their skirmishers exchanging fire. Let's see if we can move up a little bit more, because I want to do damage to more than just their skirmishers with my archers. This is going to provoke them to a charge, though, I'm almost positive. So the archers are going to have to take up positions at the back. Yeah, see, now I can fire on their spearmen. Let's go ahead and do that. That's going to lower their morale a little bit as the battle starts, which is what we want. Really surprised, though, that they're not doing any more charging. So far, I can't tell. I don't really think we've managed to do any damage to them. No. Man, they're holding their own. Like my... yeah, they've got shields, I guess, and that's helping them. So I suppose my primary targets really should be their ranged units. Let's go ahead and change our focus because we're not doing any damage to the non-ranged. And also, I'm going to go ahead and turn off Flaming Shot because it's good to hurt their morale, you know, with flaming arrows, but we're not killing them. I need to use normal arrows if I want to just do damage to their units. I actually have an archery unit that's getting torn up a good bit. Yeah, they're actually running. That's not a good start. Alright, well, tell you what. Let me pause for a second and assess this order that I want to give. But I'm going to go ahead and charge these units forward. The entire line. I'll just march the axes forward into their lines and see what happens. Nope, just a standard march, and then we will have the cavalry orient themselves to defend against whatever might come charging in. No. Just you. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and have the archers stop firing And they're going to come back here. They're actually not going to change position too much. Looks like about my units just marching in. Still have our shot cav back there, but we need the general to be a little bit more isolated before we bring them in.
Proud Romans all! Riders, ready and waiting! Forward!
Yeah. So now some of my spearmen have dropped, interestingly enough. Alright, now they're moving. They're finally making a move. The axes are kind of falling apart, though. They're not moving the way that they were supposed to. Need to be a little careful with my cavalry here. Let's see. Let's see. And... Alright, so it has begun. Let's go ahead and... Alright, so some of their spearmen are coming to pay my cavalry a visit. That's not good. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not going to do that. Alright, these missile infantry are slowly losing back here, so we can bring these cavalry in to help deal with these other guys. Come on, finish them off. Yeah, spearmen are coming after my cavalry. Let's go ahead and bring the shot cav into the fray. This is team 2 or 4? Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't redo my teams. So you guys are going to be team 3. You guys would be team 4. Alright, so it seems like our front line troops are struggling a little bit. We need to get our cavalry in on the action as soon as possible. You guys need to get over here. Get away from those spearmen. Help kill their cavalry. So my cavalry are kind of going to unite in the back of the battlefield and then hopefully just be able to hit the back lines and the general pretty quickly. I can't tell how well the Axis formation worked. I don't know that it worked all that well. Alright. One shot cav unit is finishing off those archers. Some of their units are breaking in the front. That's good news. Okay, good. These melee cavalry are dying. In a second, they should break, and we can go and finish these guys off and then hit them in the back. Alright, go.
Melee cavalry ready! Legionary cavalry! Ready for orders!
Guys, I don't know why you're lollygagging, but get moving. I just gave charge orders to every single one of you. What is your deal? Sorry, it makes me mad. The AI controls in Total War can just be ridiculous sometimes. The spearmen are still trying to come in and say hey to my cavalry too, so I'm trying to get them to move, and yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. Now this is kind of converging on my cavalry before they were able to do that much damage. Let's finish these guys over here. That way I can bring these units in from the side. Alright, so these guys are actually doing okay. This unit over here has been completely broken, I think. I'm going to have these spearmen come back here.
Pull back! At your service! Your orders! Ready!
Alright, auxiliary Egyptian infantry are good to go here. General's unit is also good.
Egyptian infantry!
So this is going decently well for the moment. Alright, shock cav. You guys managed to survive, so we need to use you on the general, but we need to wait for the right moment. So we're going to back these guys off over here. And let's have the Legionary cavalry, they're struggling a little bit. So these guys over here are doing better.
Brave Romans to a man!
I didn't mean to select archers there. We've got some infantry units that are just kind of chilling over here, so I can bring them into the battle to help. Alright, I'm going to give the order for these guys to just kind of move across this way. Meanwhile, that's a cavalry unit. Let's get them out. If I can get any cavalry units out, I will, and then we're going to use them against the general. Good, the general's getting involved. Let's go ahead and hit him in the back. Alright, so hopefully that shock cav run will do some damage to the Evocati cohort of the general. Looks like he's not doing that much. I need to get the shock cav out then. Yeah, alright, so that didn't do that much. You guys withdraw. So these guys are just going to be Team 3. This is the last of our cavalry. Let's go ahead and have them attack. Man, the general is really confidently just hanging back from the battle. I'm not quite sure I understand his behavior.
Swift melee cavalry! Quickly now! Jupiter gives us strength!
Alright, so the Evocati cohort is firing.
Riders at the double! By your command!
I gave you an order, guys. Get on it.
Ready and waiting!
Alright, so we're going to have these cavalry hit these units in the back, and then hopefully... Yeah, I have a feeling this general... I don't know, this is weird. I feel like that general is going to be tough for my remaining forces to defeat.
We are at your command!
I can go ahead and line some up right now.
Your orders! Egyptian infantry! Lord!
Some of my units are not really even in the battle, though. See, yeah, this can't go that badly. I mean, we've got him completely surrounded. His forces are dying. Why is he not getting involved? What's going on here? It's the weirdest thing. All right, let's stop for a second. Let's go ahead and ungroup this selection because I need to kind of reorient a little bit. We're going to group up these spearmen, but then let's also go ahead and group up these swordsmen. Let's group up the swordsmen like that. The archers still have some ammunition, so we're going to put them in back, and we'll have them fire at will once we're ready here. But if he doesn't want to move at all and just let me surround him, then by all means I will allow that to happen. He has just been hanging out. All right. That's the way you want it, huh? Actually, wait, no. Back off your charge. Back off your charge. Back off your charge. Back off your charge. Let's have the archers do their thing. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. When he starts to run, we can just charge the cavalry in and finish him off. Well, this has been a good return to form for the Empire Divided Palmyra series. He is running. Let's go ahead and continue. We want to finish this guy off with everything we've got. This will be fun to watch. Nice. Yeah, I've never seen, at least that I can recall in recent memory, I've never seen a general hang back like that. That was making me super nervous, because he has to be super confident in his abilities to to fight against my remaining army, to not waver, to not be worried. Generals typically respond kind of to the overall battle situation as well as to their own combat, and he was just kind of waiting to engage. Not quite sure what was going on there, but that general's unit is no more. We have totally dealt with him. I think there might be one guy left. Yep. That's that. And let's go ahead and quit the battle. Costly victory, yeah, I know. We lost 1,083 men. He lost 1,819, though. He lost almost as many as I deployed, so I will take it. And that was one heck of a way to return to this series. Let's see. Only the dead have seen the end of war. Plato, Greek philosopher. All right, let's go ahead and enslave the captives. That army has leveled up. And interestingly enough, we can finish off that unit. Hang on, first let's go ahead and give them an additional ability. Inexorable Conqueror is probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and just use the defensive stance. Say goodnight. And that army has been thoroughly defeated. We lost one of our Legionary Cavalry and Palmyrene Cohort units, unfortunately. We'll have to retrain those, but that's okay. I'm now going to send this unit back to Hadrian, and we're actually at the 26-minute mark. That battle took a little bit longer than I anticipated as well. I don't have any money with which to replenish this army at the moment, but I think, yeah, we do have a recruiting center here, so we can do that here, and then we can hit Carthage in the coming turns. The only thing I don't have is the ability to build artillery. It would be nice to have artillery before I hit Carthage, but still, we're moving in the right direction. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in Empire Divided Palmyra are coming out every day at noon Eastern Time, along with the rest of my historical and grand strategy content. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.